and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Here are the five for the Raptors. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Emmanuel quickly out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Pirtle in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Chicago, they've got Josh Giddey. Buzelis out there with Vucevic. Then it's Ball, and it's White in at the shooting guard position. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Barnes outside. Ingram against White. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Raptors ball.
And the Raptors with the ball. Lock at 6. Screen by Pirtle. Nobody near Barnes. And a miss there on the triple. Giddey against Barrett. Pass to Buzelis. Fires the three. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Buzelis.
And you can see the passing ability at his size. Buzelis is all for getting it to his open teammate.
Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
About a minute played so far here in the first. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Pass to Giddey. There's the three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Barnes. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Here's Vucevic. And again, Chicago. No good. Ingram outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And it's White missing. For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Barnes passes to Quickly. Raptors moving the ball around. Out to Ingram. The three ball. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Ingram has the skill to do that. A nice job setting up and receiving the pass.
Here's White. And again, Chicago. No good. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Barrett the pass to Pirtle. Rebounded by Vucevic. Bulls trail by 4. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, I got a few minutes with Billy Donovan, so we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling you guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. A free throw drops for Quickly. There aren't too many players with a skill set as diverse as Brandon Ingram.
Yes, Kevin, you got to appreciate the tools that Brandon Ingram possesses. That comes with a lot of hard work. But this guy can score over smaller defenders. He's creative enough to draw contact against bigger guys and use that quickness He's always been a scorer, but his playmaking ability over the past couple seasons, that's something that's growing and is giving them a chance to be very competitive.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
All right, man, it's dance game time. Get ready to dance like everybody's watching. Let's see what you got.
Fans at the Bulls games are in very good company because Don C is in the crowd. In fact, guys, I'm wearing some of his stuff tonight. How you like the drip?
One of Chicago's premier streetwear designers, from shoes to hats. His styles have definitely made a mark on the league.
Bulls trail by 7. Here's Vucevic. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Vucevic has got 6.
When you grow up in the Ball family, then you better move the ball.
And here's quickly for 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Giddey gets it to go.
Not afraid to try his luck down there. Giddey on the interior.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
And he's good on the 3 ball. Ingram's got his second bucket.
And Brandon Ingram continues to work on that smooth 3-point release.
Fires from deep. The shot by Buzelis, no good. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Quickly makes a big high bounce and goes in.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And there's Buzelis on the assist from Ball.
And Buzelis continues to work on improving his 3-ball. When he's hitting from there, everything else becomes easier.
Pass to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
So at Chicago now, the Raptors getting the bucket. Buzelis' shot is good.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
Ingram outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. It's stolen by White. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now here's Ingram. 6 points for him. Wide open look. Connects. The jumper drops. Ingram's got 8 points.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Giddey, no good. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Walter. Stolen by Ball. Here's White. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his third assist on the night. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Buzelis. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Buzelis has got his third bucket of the night. 1 second left. The shot, no good. It's all tied in Chicago. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Scotty Barnes, and it's Mobo in at the 5. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on." Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Here's Shed. The Bulls getting the bucket. Abaji can't get it to go. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Offensive rebound. Smith finds Giddey. The second chance effort. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
And Giddey just continues to figure out where he can be effective offensively.
Here's Shed, defended by Jones, to the inside. Abaji, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Some changes for Chicago. Vucevic comes in for Jalen Smith. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Dosunmu. And Toronto also making a switch. Boucher is checked in. Pass to Shed. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Off on the layup. The Bulls leading by 7. Giddey with it. He has 6. Fires away from way outside. Boucher with the rebound.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Raptors making the switch here. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. leading by 7. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. The Raptors have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Pirtle, and the shot is good. Pirtle's got 6.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
It's Giddey with the drive, and he dunks it down.
And Giddey is just so clever at finding ways to the rim, good at ripping through holes in the deep.
Raptors trail by 7. Now Ingram, 8 points for him. Had the space there, but it's offline.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Pirtle. Ingram against Giddey. Here's Shed. Plays it up and banks it in. Shed's got his first points of the game.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Raptors trail by 9. Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Vucevic with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the defense right now just guessing what they need to do to shut down Josh Giddey.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Make the noise, fans, for the one and only Chicago Lovable.
So for the Bulls, Luz Ellis is checked in for Williams. And it's Kobe White in for Josh Giddey. .156 left in the first half of basketball. Barnes looking around. Screen by Pirtle. Barnes passes to Pirtle. And it's quickly in the corner. They shoot again. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Pirtle.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Here's Buzelis. He has 7. Drills it from outside. Buzelis has got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls. For Jakob Pirtle, his parents paved the way for him to become a professional athlete. And I'd say Brent did a good job.
Well, it's a good point, Kevin. They were doing some blocking of their own, just not basketballs like Jakob does. Both of his parents, members of the Austrian national volleyball teams, and building some roofs on some people trying to put down a few slams.
Now, here's quickly. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball. Nice shot by Pirtle.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And it's 13 points for Buzelis.
And Buzelis is in a rhythm now. He's playing to his strengths and taking what is offered from the defense.
The Bulls leading by 13. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Ingram. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Brandon Ingram, a constant threat on the offensive end. And a little bit of work right there in the mid-range.
Jones looking for an opening. Drops in the layup for 2. Jones has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
And so it's Chicago. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks, Nick. What got you guys going in the first half?
It was just we've been aggressive and try to be a present in there. Everybody, not just me, but all the guys. And that's all we need to do, when we start the game up right, then we can build a pretty nice lead like tonight we did.
Obviously, it's how you finish, not how you start. Thanks, Nick. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Buzelis.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And so here is Chicago. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Buzelis out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Vucevic. And it's Kobe White. And it's Ball in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Ingram. The Bulls knocking down the 3. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, right now, Brandon Ingram is just taking command of the entire game.
Chicago leading by 16. Here's Giddey from outside off the mark. Onside, Barrett takes the 13-footer. Out to Ingram from downtown. Rebounded by Vucevic. Chicago's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. And the shot goes in. Vucevic has got 8 points.
And that's the 7-foot difference for Vucevic. Tough defense, contact. It doesn't do enough to throw off his ability to make that shot.
Hurdle's shot is off. Bulls had gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Ball. It's rebounded by Quickly. Raptors trail by 18. Count the basket. Quickly's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Now overwhelming the defense here with the speed. Quickly so dangerous in the open floor.
White down low. Barrett covering. Nice break. Here come the Raptors. And it's Quickly missing. Chicago leading by 16. The drive-by Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Well, you got to slow him down. If he gets ahead of speed like that and measures those steps, Lonzo's going to throw it down.
Barnes outside. Back to Quickly. For 3, Barrett. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Buzelis with the ball. Now guarded by Purdy. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Slick drive by Buzelis. He moves well for a guy that size.
Ingram outside. On the wing, Barnes. And again, no good by Toronto. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Bulls making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
Number 44, Patrick Williams.
Raptors trail by 20. Quickly the pass to Ingram. Williams against Barnes. Shoots from the baseline. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Now here's Giddey. 12 points for him. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and we're seeing a larger influx of talent, a lot of times in the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Yeah, good stuff, DA. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure. And the Raptors with some changes. Abaji's checked in. And it's Walter in for Ingram. Raptors trail by 20. Pass to Barnes. Now quickly. Abaji the pass to Quickly. Here's Abaji. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing quickly. Connects from three-point range. Quickly's got 8.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Ball from long range. Bangs home the trifecta.
Some gamesmanship now as Ball saw 1-3 go. He said, I'll get one back on you.
Quickly against Giddey. Here's Abaji, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Smith checked in for the Bulls. Dosunmu comes in for Josh Giddey. .137 left here in the third quarter. Stolen by Quickly. Pass to Abaji. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now here's Williams. Offline with his 3. It's taken away by Smith. Stolen by Quickly. Pushing it up. And here they go. This is the baby hook. Chicago leading by 18. On the wing, Williams. Beyond the arc. Traps in the tray. Williams has got his second basket.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
A 3 from Quickly. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the dunk by Smith.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Quickly against Ball. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 10 seconds left in the third. And the Raptors miss again. And here is Williams. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Chicago in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. We've got Walter, and it's Abaji in at the 4-man position. Here's Shed. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Shed pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Chicago leading by 23. Here's Giddey, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, Josh Giddey showing you he can get up.
Raptors shooting for the game at 42%. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The Bulls shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Makes it off the glass. Giddey's got 20.
That's impressive stuff from Giddey, just getting on the interior part of the defense.
Here's Shed, defended by Jones. Shed, that's good. Shed's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you can just see the defender just way too slow. And he got burnt there for the layup. That's where speed can kill.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And the foul called on Josh Giddey.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul. Some changes for Chicago. Zach Collins comes in for Williams. And Ball subbed in for Dosunmu. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's Walter, defended by Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Walter. And the Raptors miss again. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Jones, no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that. So much for the defense.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Here's Giddey. And the Bulls with another miss. Out to the right wing, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Some changes for Chicago. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Josh Giddey. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Ball. The Bulls leading by 22. The deep three from Smith. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Snatched away. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. That one goes in. Collins has got his first basket of the night. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Free throw, no good for Pirtle. Chicago's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And here's Huerter outside. Good on the three-point shot. Huerter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pirtle trying to get open. And it's Ingram missing. Bulls have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Smith dishes to Collins. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Over Barrett. Dosunmu's shot is off. And the foul called on Ayo Dosunmu. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. 13 foul. 2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the fourth. Here's Barnes driving to the basket. Count it.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And here's Herter outside. They get it back.
Collins, a great high-energy player, and that's something coaches really appreciate, that players are going to come in and give them that kind of effort on a nightly basis.
At the line for Chicago, Zach Collins. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good, and it's a completely new group for Toronto. No good on the second free throw. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Here's Walter. Pass to Shed. Off target from outside. Chicago's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Josh Giddey.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
And the Raptors with the ball, following the 3-point basket by Chicago. 5 on the clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here are the Bulls now. Here's Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Walter. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Shot from the top of the key. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Herter. Count it.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And now our player of the game, Josh Giddey.